Hi everybody, I'm Tracy Patton.
And I'm Kathy Ryan.
And this is Women 2018.
And we're on another adventure.
Yes, we are on just a continuous adventure, interviewing the many women who are running for political office this year.
And the majority of them are running for the first time. This is making history in the United States.
And speaking of the many women, we are so excited because now many women have won their primaries in the last few months. And Mom, we've interviewed several women who have won.
Who have won their primaries.
Congrats to all the women, yay, and the
women who are about to win.
Yes,
right.
My mother likes to just talk in sync with me. So today we are in District 17 in Lee County, Florida. We are in the sort of the southern, not total southern, mid part of Florida. And we are about to talk to April Freeman, who is running for Congress. April, come join us.
April.
Hi.
Hi. So nice to be here. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So April, okay, let's start with the district.
Okay.
What do you love about it?
I love the people.
Okay.
The people in the district. I've spent the past several years just getting to know the electorate here and to, get to know who they were personally and what their needs were. And I just feel like there's something that I can do to help them make their lives better, and I fall in love with the people that live in the district. So.
And by the way, you gotta love the area filled with beautiful oceans
here.
And the Gulf of Mexico right here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's the water, it's the environment, it's if you go a little bit north of here, you have a lot of farmland. You have Lake Okeechobee. Then you have the waterways that lead out to the Gulf of Mexico. You've got the beaches. I mean, everything is beautiful, but I do love the people here.
So that's what counts. So let's talk a little bit about your background. I am particularly fascinated with your producing and writing, being that I do a little bit of that myself. So just tell us how you got into that.
It's a fluke, really. Seriously, I had a friend who was looking for a job in the entertainment industry, and I started making phone calls and knocking on doors, and I had a lot of them open for myself, and they realized the kind of work that I could do. I started out with brand marketing. And then it got into writing and producing and working on feature films, and it just turned into this great big position, great big job and a nice career. And then I decided I wanted to make a difference doing this, and took the past couple years off.
Okay, before we get into that, I just have to ask you. One of the TV films for HBO that you worked on was Hemingway and Gelhorn, which is so fascinating. And Martha Gelhorn, tell them about Martha, because people may not have seen this, and
she's just an amazing, incredible, strong woman.
Yes.
Who people don't know a lot about, and they really need to know more about her. And when we started to look at this film, we had a script that just encompassed all of the women in Hemingway's life. And,
really? That was a big script,
right?
Yeah,
and she just kind of stood out as the person that was the inspiration and the drive behind the entire person, Hemingway. And so we focused on that. We did some rewrites, and we were able to get HBO to buy it. So it was awesome.
That was exciting.
I think it's so perfect for you to have worked on that, being that you're a woman running for political office.
Right.
You can imagine Gelhorn being in that
world. My gosh, yes.
And how excied she would be about it.
Exactly.
Because she really marched to her own drum music. She just did her own thing in a man's world.
Absolutely.
So speaking of politics,
a man's world,
and I was going to say
Southwest Florida.
I was going to say a man's world. Tell us the moment that you decided to run for Congress.
So I've always been politically involved my entire life. My mother ran for city council. My aunt was on city council. My great-grandfather was the mayor of his hometown.
Oh, really? That's interesting. It's in your DNA, right?
It's kind of in my DNA. But when I really decided that this was something I needed to do for myself, I was working on President Obama's re-election campaign down here in Southwest Florida. And I was knocking on thousands of doors, and I was making thousands of phone calls a week, and I was talking to so many people that didn't realize they didn't have true representation in Washington. They didn't know they didn't know that they could be represented. They were going through a lot of the same issues that my family or I or friends have gone through, and they didn't know how to get through it. And I thought, you know what, I'm a fighter. I've always been a fighter. I can go out there and I can help them. And that's when I decided to run initially. And I said, there was a Republican running at the time. It was in 2012 here in this district. And I said, if he wins, I'm going to run. And he did win. And I decided on election night, I sat down with my husband watching the polls come in. I said, I'm running.
And it's very interesting you mentioned your husband, because many of the other candidates that we've interviewed have these supportive husbands.
Yes.
Oh, my
go for
husband,
it.
yeah.
Go for
He
it,
said
right?
to me,
That's so
I'll
wonderful.
take whatever time you need to take off. I've got it covered.
Perfect.
I've never been more proud of you. And
That'll be our next series
yeah,
we do.
right.
Yeah,
The
we'll
husbands.
do a thing on the supportive
the husbands, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about the challenges for women running for political office. What do you see as the
My
challenges?
gosh, there's so much. It's mostly the men that are the issue. We can't get press coverage, not much.
Really?
Not down here.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
Really?
not down here. We can't. And then, it's kind of like the men who are around here who've held office or hold office currently. They kind of look at you like, oh, isn't that cute? You're running for office.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I know.
And it's not cute. It's hard work.
Yes.
And we have to be more knowledgeable and better than they are
Yeah, right.
to even be considered.
Yes.
And to make it onto the ballot is a feat that many men can't even do, and we do it on our own. So I think that that is one of the biggest challenges, is just the men doing the downplay of, oh, you're a woman, isn't that cute?
And what about conflict? How do you see women handling conflict in Congress?
That's a great question, because I spent a lot of time. I went to doing training because when I decided I wanted to be a candidate, I knew it was way different than helping in campaigns and working on other campaigns. And so I went to the Women's Campaign School at Yale, which is a bipartisan group. It's all women, and they pretty much lock you in a room together and say, work it out, and we have a week's worth of trainings and assignments, and you have to work together to get it done. And what I noticed was that when you put 2 women or 4 women or 8 women in a room together, they're going to come up with a solution.
Yes, right.
Whereas these men are just digging their heels in, and they're like, nope, that's my way or the highway.
Yeah, that's
and
so
so I
true.
think that we'll work together better, and we'll come up with better solutions, because
Right.
we're more family oriented, we're more people oriented, and
Right.
I really truly believe
I
that.
love that. And I have one last question. Mom, you wanted to ask
Well, I
April
wanted to
about
ask you about the Equal Rights Amendment,
Yeah.
because I know one of your passions is to make sure that we have equal rights in terms of equal pay for equal work
Absolutely.
and everything. And the ERA only needs one more.
Right, well, hopefully we'll get that here in Florida.
And Florida
Yes.
is one that hasn't
Yeah.
ratified it. So
Exactly.
what is your feeling about that?
I think that we could do it here. We're going to have to work really hard to take our state house and our state senate back. If not, hopefully we can push another state to ratify. I'm really excited about how close we are. We just have to keep moving. As far as equal pay, equal work, equal rights. I mean, we're women. We work hard. We deserve it.
Yeah, I love
absolutely.
it. Great soundbite. And one final question. Tell the viewers, what do you think the impact will be and is with all of these women running and Mom?
Winning.
And winning. Yeah.
Yes.
I think it'll be great for the country. I think it'll be great for the states and the children and the women and the men. I think
And the world.
And the world.
And the
Exactly.
world.
I mean, we've got to stop embarrassing ourselves out there on the world
Yes.
stage.
Right.
And it's exactly what we're doing right now. So.
Great. Well,
Thanks.
April, it's so great to talk
thank
to
you. I appreciate it.
Wait, hold on. If you guys want to know more about April, go to aprilfreeman.com and keep following us. The
Yeah.
adventure does continue.
And this is a beautiful place for your adventure, by the
Yes.
way.
Right.
And okay, so we're excited. Oh, and when is the primary?
August 28th.
August 28th. So all of you in District 17 here in Lee County,
Yeah.
get out there
Right.
and
Yeah.
vote.
Yeah.
Oh, and one last thing.
Yeah.
Remember, and go to women2018.org to follow us and across social media. Remember, don't vent, vote. See you next time. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. So long.